Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another episode of What's Hot with Sea of Tranquility, bringing you new album reviews all the damn time. Today, we're going to take a look at the brand new release. Just came out 2 weeks ago, something like that, on SPV Steamhammer Records. It is the 14th studio album from these U.S. power metal legends. The Devil's Asylum is the name of the album. Vicious Rumors is the band. So for those of you who have been paying attention the last few months, Rich Catino, John Gaffney, and myself have been talking about ranking the albums of Vicious Rumors for a while. But then we heard they had a brand new album coming out. So we've kind of put it on the back burner. Now that the album is out, you might see that in the not too distant future, but I somehow forgot. God, 14 albums. Scary. You start talking about catalogs like this and the Virgin Steel catalog, which has 16 or 17, and we're going to push that into early 2026. But Vicious Rumors is something that we probably can't tackle before the end of the year. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, that's a story for another day. Let's talk about the album. So here is the Digipack release. I like that cover art. Very kind of apocalyptic looking, right? The Devil's Asylum. Is that what happens when the devil comes down and takes over? I don't know. Could be. Definitely doesn't look good, right? It's a metal band. You got to have all this sort of kind of like, evilness, right? All right, here's the booklet. Lyrics. Photographs of the band. I'll tell you who they are in a second. All right, so we've got on lead rhythm and slide guitars. Slide guitars? There's slide. I guess there's a tiny bit of slide guitar on here. Backing vocals, lead vocals on 2 tracks. Jeff Thorpe, of course, founding member of the band. You got Larry Howe on drums, harmony, and backup vocals. Long-standing member of the band as well. Those are the 2 holdouts here. And we got Robin Utbolt. Is that how he says his name? Hold on. Double check that. Robin Utbolt, yeah, on bass. We've got Denver Cooper on lead guitar. Okay, so we got 2 guitar players here. And we got a guy named Chalice on lead, backup, and harmony vocals. Otherwise known as Brian Betterton. That's his real name. Going by the name of Chalice on here. Right, so, yeah, and this album, let's see. Produced by Jeff Thorpe with Juan Ortega and Jimmy Evans. Mixed and mastered by Juan Ortega at Trident Studios in Pacheco, California. Of course, the band are from California, right? So, what's this album like? We've got, how many? 11 tracks on the album. It's a mix of classic, what you'd expect to hear from Vicious Rumors. Again, kind of they were one of those 80s underground U.S., the early U.S. power metal scene, traditional metal scene, bordering on thrash and some shred stuff at times, right? It starts over the track called Bloodbath, which is a pretty crushing opener. It's kind of catchy. It's pretty pummeling. I think Chalice's vocals are a good fit here in the band. You know, he's not the greatest singer in the world, but he hits on all the metal tropes, and I think he works well. It seems to be the one thing about his vocals I notice on this album, he seems like he's trying to do too many different vocal styles at times. He does like the gruff thing, he does the high-pitched soaring thing, he does the more mid-rangey kind of standard metal thing. He does a little bit of everything, which I think sometimes is a good thing, sometimes not. Sometimes he's trying to fit in certain styles on songs that maybe don't work 100% for me, but I think he's fine. Dogs of War is up next. That's a pretty memorable track. I think here's where you hear some more of those gruff vocals. Love the chorus, which really sticks in your head. It's one of the better songs, one of the better choruses on the album. Some tasty twin guitars from Jeff and Denver. It's a good track. Crack the Sky in Half. Wicked chugging riff to start things off. Good intensity. It's mostly like a mid-pace banger, but it's still really, really good. Reminds me of Saxon. If you like Saxon's more recent stuff, kind of in that same vein. Really good. High Hellhammer. Decent enough song, pretty memorable chorus. Not one of the best tracks on here, but it's pretty good. Butcher's Block, totally generic metal number. Pretty stupid. The lyrics, not really a fan. It's just, there's really nothing about the song that I like. It's my least favorite track on here. Abusement Park, not Amusement Park, Abusement Park. This one has some serious chug to it. If you like chugging guitar riffs, you'll really dig it. But it's fun. By the time I get to this point in the album, I'm not 100% sure I'm really 100% digging the production on this album. The guitars are sort of muddy throughout. And I think the lead vocals at times are mixed a little bit too high. But it's a good song. Some scorching lead guitars, which I really dig. Like I said, it's not bad at all. It's good. It's a good chugging heavy metal song. So I'm at the first half of the album, and I'm thinking, all right, I'm a little underwhelmed here. Not to fret, folks. This album is kind of backloaded in a good way. Wrong Side of Love is up next. Totally surprised me. This is totally different than everything else on the album. This is kind of like this groovy metal masher, big fat kind of sleazy riffs, very 80s kind of hair glam metal sounding, but heavier obviously. The lyrics are dumb as all hell, but it's a load of fun, and I really dig it. I love the kind of sleazy, groovy riffing on it. Really, really good. Boring Day in Hell completely crushes. The riffs are killer, lots of groove. Chalice's vocals really mesh with the intensity of the song. Like I said, he's not the greatest singer in the world, but he really fits in well with this style of music. Boring Day is Hell, quite good. In Blood We Trust. Killer twin guitar harmonies to kick off the song. It kind of has a little bit of new wave or British heavy metal feel to it. Pummeling drums. It's fast, it's furious. It reminds me of Vicious Rumor's early material. Quite good. Better Than Me is a total headbanger right from the start. It steamrolls, still very melodic. It's kind of like a kind of mid-pace thumper, and it reminds me a little bit of like heavier Queensryche, and it might be Chalice's best vocals on the album. He's hitting on some kind of like John Oliva meets Jeff Tate vibes here, which I think really work. Riffs are crushing, solos are shredding, really, really good. And then last but certainly not least, could be my favorite song on the album, The Devil's Asylum, the title track. It's near thrash intensity. Going old school, some ferocious, fast-picked riffs, jackhammer drumming, fiery vocals, loads of sizzling lead guitars. Like I said, might be the best song on the album, might be my favorite song on the album. It's really good. In summary, couple little missteps, right? Just a couple. There's like 2 tracks that really don't do a hell of a lot for me. One I don't really like at all. The other one's just kind of eh. And the production in spots, I think the production is better as the album goes on. It's really weird. Some of the things that I complained about earlier in the album about the muddiness of the guitar tones and vocals a little too high, that this back half of the album doesn't sound like that. It's really weird. But the songs on this album that are good are really good. Right, so so there's 10 track. What did I say? 11 tracks. There's 2, so 9 tracks are, well, I would say 7 totally kick ass. 2 are really good. 1 is okay. 1 I don't like. Right, so I was originally going to give this like a 3.5 or 3.75, but the more I listened to it, the more I really like the songs that I really like. And I think, like I said, the really, really good far outweighs those couple of things that don't absolutely work. And how many albums nowadays have like 11 tracks or 10 tracks and all of them are amazing? That doesn't always happen, right? You do get it occasionally. So this really is no different. So I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5. I think it's a very cool album. Again, it comes a few years after, what was that last one? Celebration Decay. It's been a few years since that one. So they've been fairly good about releasing albums in recent years. So, but yeah, they got a lot of them. So, but yeah, I dig this. 4 out of 5. Vicious Rumors, The Devil's Asylum. Go check it out. I'll put the link to the Bandcamp page down below so you can go give it a listen, see what you think, consider a purchase, right? If you're a fan of the band, you probably already have it or are considering it. And look forward to seeing that Ranking the Album show in the not too distant future, right? Sometime a little bit later this year. So there you have it. Vicious Rumors. Visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already and click on that notification bell so you get alert of all of our content as a post. And please do hit the like button before you leave. Also down below we get the links to our Ko-Fi page for channel donations, our merch page, our Cameo page, and the Sea of Tranquility membership options. Thank you for all your support. It's greatly appreciated. And we'll see you soon here with more stuff. I am Pete Pardo. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.